Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. We're all on this journey of learning and self-discovery, right? And today we're tackling something I think a lot of you will find relevant, how we can unlock creativity through solitude.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been digging into the LPot community's new Being Alone series, and one of the excerpts that really caught our eye is titled Being Alone: How to Unlock Your Creativity.
So cool. And this whole series is all about empowering folks who are living alone. Personal growth, strength, creativity, mindfulness, that kind of stuff.
Right. So many dimensions to living solo.
Definitely. So for this deep dive, our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to explore how embracing those moments of solitude can actually, ignite our creative potential. You ready to jump in?
I'm all in.
All right, let's do it. So the first thing that jumped out at me from this source was this idea about undisturbed focus. When you're alone, you just have this power of concentration that's hard to get when you're surrounded by people.
That's so true. It's like when you eliminate distractions, your mind can dive so much deeper. No more constantly reacting to external stuff. You can actually get to those inner thoughts where created ideas start to bubble up.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Think about when you're trying to learn something new or come up with a new idea for work. If you could just get some focus time, it's like magic happens.
Totally. It's almost like dedicated brain power, you know? And the source even gives some practical tips for creating that quiet space, like designing a specific spot for yourself, turning off notifications, that kind of thing.
Oh, turning off notifications. My phone is my biggest distraction. I need to try that.
It's a game changer.
Okay, so focus is huge. But then the source goes on to talk about daydreaming. And honestly, I used to think daydreaming was just a waste of time.
Right, me too. But actually, the source brought up this concept of productive idleness. So, like, even though you're not actively working on something, your mind is still making connections in the background.
Oh, interesting. So it's not about just zoning out completely. It's more like giving your brain that unstructured time to wander.
Exactly. And the source suggests things like just staring out a window or taking a walk without a destination in mind. You know, those moments where inspiration can just hit you out of the blue.
That makes so much sense. We're so scheduled these days. It's like we rarely give ourselves permission to just be.
Right. And solitude offers that permission. It's like that space where those aha moments can finally break through.
Speaking of breakthroughs, the source also talked about solitude being a judgment-free zone, which honestly sounds incredibly liberating.
I know, right? Without the fear of someone immediately criticizing your ideas, you're way more likely to experiment and try new things.
Absolutely. And they even recommend keeping a journal or sketchbook handy to capture those fleeting thoughts without censoring yourself. Just let it all out.
No internal editor, just pure creative flow.
Yeah. And that ties in with avoiding feeling overwhelmed. You can just explore those ideas at your own pace without any pressure.
It's your own private creative playground.
So true. Now, the source also highlighted how being alone can inspire new forms of creative expression.
Right, so it's not just about thinking differently, but actually trying new things. Like maybe you've always wanted to learn to play the guitar or try your hand at painting. Being alone can give you the courage to do it.
It's like you're in your own creative lab. No audience, just you and the canvas or the instrument or whatever your thing is.
And the source mentions all sorts of activities, from writings and music to crafting, and even just experimenting with different art forms. Like, think about the new perspectives you could gain.
I love that because it all ties into that desire to see things from multiple angles. It's like these creative outlets can open up whole new ways of understanding the world.
Totally. They can feed into other areas of your life in unexpected ways.
Okay, and last but definitely not least, the source talks about tapping into your authentic voice through solitude. And this feels like it's really at the core of this whole self-discovery thing.
It is. It is. It's about that quiet time where you can connect with your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own experiences. When you're not surrounded by external influences, that inner voice becomes so much clearer.
Right. You can finally hear yourself. And the source even suggests using those personal experiences as fuel for your creativity.
Because your story is unique, it's what makes your perspective valuable. And connecting with that inner world can lead to some pretty profound self-discoveries, which ultimately makes your creative expression even more powerful.
Wow. Okay, so to sum up this incredible deep dive, embracing solitude can unlock your creativity in so many ways. You've got focus, daydreaming, that judgment-free zone, inspiration for new forms of expression, and the ability to connect with your most authentic self.
It's like all these different facets of solitude working together to nurture your creative spirit.
And remember, this deep dive is part of the LPot community's Being Along series. They're really trying to bring more enlightenment and empowerment to everyone out there navigating the solo life. So big shout out to them.
And to you for joining us on this journey.
Yes. Now, before we wrap up, here's something to ponder. Out of everything we talked about today, which strategy resonates with you the most right now? And how can you actually create more moments of creative solitude in your day? What unexpected ideas might emerge when you give yourself that space?
Those are good questions. And if you're looking for more resources and support, definitely check out the LPot community. They've got a website, a YouTube channel, and even a Discord server. So many ways to connect and keep learning.
Amazing. All right, that's it for our deep dive today. As always, we encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning, keep discovering, and we'll see you next time.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.